Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge of Siena. If you like these kind of videos, be sure to like and share this video and a comment below. Everything really helps me a lot. We have found Giuseppe Di Biase, who has retired and become a manager of all things, which is actually kind of nice. He likes to work the ball into the box and signs lots of young players that turn a profit on them, which means he'd be very good at a Serie A team. It's just a shame he's not a good manager. So yeah, that's a thing he needs to work on. He's got a driven personality though, so he'll definitely help with that. And I think he could be really good. He was actually a player that spent his entire career with us and retired after we let him go. So technically he's a one-team player, even though we sent him on loan to Ascali. He plays in games with them, but he wants to be a manager in the next role. And I'll be honest, if he gets a managerial role, then fair play to him, because we were worse than this when we took our first job, and well, he's a bit older than us when we were doing this particular managerial role thing, but he's got a national team license too, so hopefully he gets some work soon, because he could be pretty good. We have actually had a few games since we last met. Shall we talk about these games? The first game we had was actually away from home against Parma, and we took the lead after MacLeod scored the opening goal inside 65 minutes. We weren't actually at our best here, honestly, and the fact we've got a 2-goal win is surprising. We actually missed a penalty too, which made it even more embarrassing. But MacLeod gets the second of the goal hit of the game here in the 79th minute of the game, which is very good for us as far as we're concerned. And then they score a goal back. It's a very good header. I mean, the player of the line should have done better with it, but they did something. We couldn't defend against it. And I've actually went to a different strategy in this match, and I'll show you right now what I went for, because it was something else. So I kind of did this in the end during this match. I never thought I'd do it, but I actually done something different for the first one in a long time. And it's a bit much, I know. Maybe some areas it's not great, and it worked. So for whatever reason, it worked. I don't know why it did, but I was happy either way that we managed to do ourselves justice with this new formation, which seemed to be very problematic for other teams to take on, it feels like. So yeah, good to see that this works either way. The next game we had was against Atalanta, and we lost it by 3-0 after we went down to 10 men just 2 minutes before this goal came in. So yeah, this was annoying. I genuinely believe that before this goal came in, and before the red card, we were evenly matched. But after we were down to 10 men, they just turned on the style, and when Fischer does this kind of finish, you can't really deny it. It's 2-0 here, and they make it 3 inside the 82nd minute of the game. So a bit unfortunate that we couldn't hold on and couldn't stop it being more than 2. I mean, Caesar gets there first with the goalkeeper, so keeper made a mistake there. Bad game from our point of view. We also tried a new tactic. Yeah, we went for this formation. It's different. I haven't done it in a very long while, and I thought it would work, but again, going down to 10 men does not help our cause here, so I think that was the reason why we didn't do as well as we could have done here. That being said, I stuck with the formation, and we actually went down behind in the 26th minute of the game after that header got its way through. Disappointing keeping there. Then they considered a penalty for a handball and had a man sent off at the same time. So Calandra scores his 7th of the season already. And then we score second. MacLeod plays it back. Well, he plays the cross and Novella gets there first. Both scoring their 12th goals of their career. So yeah, between Calandra and Novella, they both got 12 goals for the Siena now. And we get a 2-1 victory. A very important win as far as we're concerned. We then took on Benevento and won by 1-0. I feel like at times we are not at our best and we need to work on a few things, but the fact that goes in is really bad goalkeeping from MacLeod, and yeah, I'm not going to complain when we get a 1-0 scoreline when that sort of scoreline goes in. Also, you're going to notice a few things that might annoy you a little bit along the way. We also went to a, well, 4-1-4-1 formation that we went to before. That's Medic formation, so that's something I'm actually starting to use defensive midfielders more, so it feels like that's working. It's a shame that at times we don't feel like we're as good as we should be, which again is a little frustrating. The last game we had was against Piacenza, and we went 1-0 up inside 90 minutes. MacLeod places a cross. He finds Piacenza, who finds Mangoni, who scores his 2nd goal of the season. He's not the best of years so far, but unfortunately for us, I don't know what happens here, but we just don't do well. This goal was very cheeky. Keeper gets dinked, so I'm suppose I'm not too upset by that. What I am annoyed by is the fact that we find ourselves going 2-1 down after they hit us on the counter. So counter-attacking, a bit annoying to deal with, unfortunately. So something to work on there. But we do get an equaliser late on. Obot becomes a nuisance, places a cross. finds Melpele, who fires it in. Again, keeper with relay should have saved it. Was a shot late on that we could have and perhaps should have scored, but at the end of the day, we're just happy not to have lost this game, honestly, and that's all I care about at the end of the season. So we're now in 7th place after 12 matches. If we win this game today against Spal, we will go up to 3rd place, which again seems remarkable when you realise that we'd actually lost 4 games in 5 at one point. It's good to know that we've actually finally picked up ourselves and we're no longer doing as bad as we could have been. So yeah, it's good to see that we're finally getting back to what we can do. I think I might actually end the season. I think what I'm going to do actually is end the series after the season and go to a new country anyway. Because 10 years in Serie A has actually started to make me a bit tired of seeing a division, honestly. As much as I love the save, I think going to a different division, going to a different country in a different save would be very useful indeed. So who knows what's going to happen with that. So what we're going to do is play these last season through. If we get European football, we can leave it on a cliffhanger saying, yeah, we can come back to it another time and then work with that. We're also going for inverted wingbacks, by the way. So, that's the thing. Inverted wingbacks we're literally using now. So, I didn't think I'd use this guy as an inverted wingback, but I'm using him now, and he's actually pretty good. So, I think I found his best position as inverted wingback. Yes, he hasn't got the flair for it, but honestly, he's got everything else, and that's all I care about. And if he can become really, really good, then you've got to say here now, this guy could be really good. Already worth 425 grand as well. So I think he's got a future for me in that position. So he's being an inverted winger or a complete wing back on support or attack, or support really. So this guy's really good. I like him. I think he's going to be more useful in that position. We use defensive wingers in this position too, but he is a white left-footed only, so inverted wingbacks, very useful for this position. Yes, he's 5'5", which means he's a problem defensively, but other than that, I don't think there's an issue with this. Use this guy as an inverted wingback on attack, looking good. Isaac Achan can actually play as an inverted wingback because he's both-footed and can play on both sides of the pitch too, so technically, I could have used an inverted wingback a long time ago, but I've only decided to do it now, and he's good. Yes, his dribbling needs work on, that's what we're trying to do. Dribbling and long shots we're trying to improve on, and yeah, he could be very useful too. So inverted wingbacks on attack on both sides of the pitch. Good to see. So Kalushi would start in the middle along with Bertie because Paulino got himself suspended. Great. Calandra's also injured, so he's out for 3 days, which means he's not going to be fit. He says they can be fit. I'm not going to use him. Viatina can be playing again. He got injured, but he's actually not fully fit, so he's only fit for 60 minutes. And I just want to see what we can do with this team. But Magliotti, Calusi, Bertie, and Ishan as a back four. Verteriti back from his injury. Conte as a defensive midfielder, the deep line playmaker. Napoli and Mangoni as the 2 wingers. No surprise there. Basante and Novello as the attacking midfielders, with a bot being the false 9. A bot is probably better as the shadow striker, actually, so we could do that. We can swap those two around. So let's swap those two around. A bot and Basante swapped around. Basante can be a false 9. Yes, I don't know why he can, but he can. And he hasn't got the finishing or the teamwork, but other than that, he's pretty decent at it, I think. Though he's better, I think he's better than Shadow Striker. So let's swap those two around again and work it this way. Well, while a bot is not an amazing false 9, I think he's really good what I want him to do. So yeah, passing's his weakness, but that's all it is. And yeah, teamwork's 9, but other than that, he's got the pace. He can be a nightmare. So let's see what we can do in this game against Spal at home. I think we can do a good job here. I really do. Also, this is not original tactic, but I'm just going to go with it anyway, because why not? Okay, they got a goal kick. They got the ball forward. My only concern about this formation is the fact sometimes it feels like we're a little exposed in the center of the field, but that's not a moment, and that should have been a goal. How Obot's not... I mean, well done Obot to get in there first, but he's showing his pace why he's dangerous, but probably we should have done better with that, but... defensively they've been very bad, and this is a problem we also have an issue with, and Obot, he's just given the free kick away. Well, not easily... I think he's suspended now, actually, but we gave it away because it could be a counter-attack otherwise. That's not great. Mangoni's injured. At least Bazzoni... Actually... DiBiase, come on down, you're going to do it. Highlight now, and Rutiez finds Apoleto. We've got 3 yellow cards, so maybe we need to work on that a little bit, but Conte gets the header forward. Novello, who has been a good shadow striker at times, goes out wide. DiBiase... Play across to a bot who scores. Yes, yes, yes. His 5th of the season. He's got 5 assists too. John Bot, I think, is starting to shine in this position, shine in this role, and DiBiase's positioning as a winger has kind of worked, actually. I think he's actually benefiting more than from being a winger in this position, but good to see us 1-0 up already. The false 9, he's actually... I normally play a bot as a shadow striker with Fiatina as the false 9, normally, but we're doing other things today. DiBiase finds Conte, finds DiBiase. What could he do? Still going, playing across, didn't work. He's played across again. Ishan's in there. And we're playing across again. Conte can go for goal if he really wants to. Plays it to Magliotti. Oh, he's done it. The inverted winger playing as the inverted wingback has scored his first ever goal. And that is really good. I love him already. I was bigging him up because I thought he could be good. And he's shown me why I'm putting faith in. Yes, it's a bit lucky it's deflected in. But still, you got to have those opportunities. You got to take advantage of it. And we've done it. 2-0. We've got a chance again. So Mapale on the ball. This formation is really good. It feels like the inverted wingbacks I'm actually using really properly the first time because I can. And a chance, maybe? I don't know what's happening there, but it feels like there's been chaos in the centre. Sean. DiBiase a bot. DiBiase goes for goal. Ooh, straight at the goalkeeper, but we could have done more. And he just suddenly moonwalked forward. Don't know how he has, but he has. Calusi with the throw. It's not the best idea. I don't know why he's doing the long throw, but okay. Calusi gets the ball back anyway. Playing as a centre-back is Mapale. And he's still going to do it. Mapale again. Tries to play that cross, didn't work, but here's Conte. Mapale again. The fact my deep line playmakers so far forward is amazing, but Margiotti's had a chance again, and that could have been 3-0 already. We're going for the short corners too, because I actually like the short corners. I think they work nicely. Novello. And plays it to Basante. He's lost out. Anyway, so we've got two players back as well, with the two fullbacks staying back, which is useful. And a 2-0 lead. This has been good. I think the formation we're working with is very nice, and because we're changing formation every so often to suit our needs, we're doing very, very well, and I think we can keep this up. So it's a good position to be in, it really is. Let's hope we can build a lead and get more goals, shall we? Because even though the 4-2-3-1 was good, I felt like we're not doing as well as it could have been, and that's the pain I was suffering with, I think. That's why I changed formations, really. They got a throw. They're going to try and... I don't know what they're doing, but Mapelli gets there first. Novello finds Margiotta. Margiotta goes for goal. He's done it again. Okay, Margiotta's starting to show he can be a good goal scorer. He's got 2 goals in this game alone from the left back position. And he's really good, I think. Good player. Didn't realise he was this good until now. So the 17-year-old winger who I've turned into a fullback, an inverted wingback no less, is showing his talents. Good goal, 3-0. So we win 3-0, and Margiotta with a brace in its Livecom debut. I think I've kind of realised why I need him and why he is so important for this formation. Just 17 years of age, he is going to be a superstar, I think. Probably the best intake player we've had in a while. He's 5-star potential too, and he's already a 2-star player in this role. So I think he's going to be good. I really do. The fact we've got 2 goals from him, and he only made his debut not so long ago as well, when I started to use inverted wingbacks, is very promising. And now we've got a 3-0 victory to show for our strengths, to show for our talents. And Mangoni's injured. Oh, okay, 11 days to 2 weeks, that's fine. But honestly, I think we're good. This is really good. This is very strong. What we're going to do, though, is end this here, because I think we're looking strong, we're looking good. And the idea that we can have all these talents come through and say, yeah, we can try this, we can try that. We can literally experiment, and while this is probably going to be the last season I'll do with this save for a while, before we go to a country like Portugal, for example, or Austria, or Bulgaria, I think we're going to have a fun time with it, and 10 seasons is showing that we can do a lot of things, I think. But either way, I am going to end this here. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the performance, and what you thought of Margiotti, who generally has surprised even myself with how good he's done in that game. So let me know what you think about his performance. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share this video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel as well, because I know some of you don't subscribe when you watch this stuff. So he's looking better, isn't he? Look at this guy, he's really good. This guy and his development, I'll be sure to just want to expose him a bit more, really. Hopefully he doesn't leave us like our 2 other really good talents that were really good at his age did, because I want to keep him. And let's just say we can keep him. Anyway, Until next time, goodbye and well, good night.